This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday, the 8th of January. James Spann here, and man, is it cold out. Very cold weather for the weekend, perhaps the coldest weekend of the winter. We'll see. Let's go right to the Skycam shots around the network this afternoon. And the snow-covered entrance to Mount Cheaha is seen there from our Skycam on top of the restaurant at Cheaha State Park. And understand that not only do we have that problem up on the mountains, but also in some of the lower elevations as well. Throughout a large chunk of Clay, Randolph, Cleburne, parts of Talladega and Calhoun counties, Etowah County, Cherokee County. It's been a very messy day for travel on the eastern side of the state. Look at that, still snow on the ground in Tupelo, Mississippi. That's our Skycam there. They are at 21 degrees at 2 o'clock. And from Jasper, they had a dusting yesterday. Looks like the dry air has taken care of that. Look at the water vapor satellite shot. And again, there's your classic delivery mechanism. Now, above that map, we have a cross-polar flow. And we've got still the Western Ridge Eastern Trough configuration, which dumps the coldest air over the eastern half of the nation. And there's a look at the numbers. About as cold as it gets in this great nation. At midday, it's 15 below zero up there at Bismarck, North Dakota. Their low this morning was 33 below zero. And that air will keep on feeding down across the vast snowpack around the nation and make for a very cold weekend. Here's a look at our numbers at 2 o'clock. Haleyville only at 19. Birmingham at 26. We're one of the warm spots. Tuscaloosa just above that at 27. But numbers tomorrow will be just like that, if not a degree or two colder. And you know, the guidance thinks that we should be up in the 30s, and it just is clueless. It can't handle this type of anomalous air. Look at the radar from Columbus, Mississippi. Yeah, we've seen a few snow flurries around today. Looks like a little patch maybe over the northwestern corner of the state there, but I think tomorrow might have a better chance of flurries with a strong bit of energy diving down the backside of the trough, as you'll see. QPF chart, bone dry for the next 5 days, valid through Wednesday morning at 6 o'clock. Any flurries tomorrow would not really count because that's not measurable. The next major system about a week away, as you'll see. Here's the 12Z GFS, valid at 12 noon tomorrow. And there's that very strong bit of energy coming down the base of the trough. And that's a lot of upward velocity. And if we add moisture, that would squeeze out a lot of snow. But, of course, we don't. We have a northerly flow, and north, obviously, you don't have an ocean up there. So we will mention a very cold day. Highs in the 20s, wind chill indices in the single digits, and the chance of snow flurries or snow showers during the day. Sunday, again, this is going to be cold. We might hit 33 or 34 if we're lucky. But some of the colder pockets will not get above freezing. And again, we'll start the day down there between 10 and 15. And Monday morning, I think it'll be just as cold as Sunday morning, 10 to 15 degrees. But we should warm up into the 40s, we think, by Monday afternoon. But not above 40 by much because the thickness values keep dropping on each run. And then Tuesday of next week, a very similar thing like Saturday. Got a strong vortex coming down the base of the trough, but there's no moisture, so nothing shows up, and we're just going to mention a few scattered clouds with that feature on Sunday. And again, the guidance coming in cooler. That would suggest highs in the low 40s there. And then Wednesday, the thickness values suggest highs up around 50 with a good deal of sunshine. Doesn't that sound good? Thursday next week, you can see our next storm brewing off to the west. And Friday, a week from today, this is January 15th, modeling very, very consistent in advertising this storm. Big trough over South Texas and the Rio Grande. Surface low developing over the northwestern Gulf. And let me tell you what now, there's a lot of cold air around this nation, and it's not going to modify in a hurry. So somebody on the northern flank of that thing might get buried by snow, maybe up on the Interstate 40 corridor. That's Oklahoma City, Little Rock, Memphis, Nashville. We'll go to Saturday the 16th. The surface low is near Phoenix City in Columbus, Georgia. And that would suggest a big snow for maybe Memphis and parts of northeast Arkansas. Just mostly rain here with maybe some flurries back on the backside. But look, as we often say, how challenging it is dealing with this stuff 1 day in advance, much less 7 days in advance. For now, we'll just mention a big rain event. And then the next day, the system is off in the Atlantic. Into the forecast, 24th. Not really a big polar connection down and through here. The southern branch is dominant. You can see the trough out west. That looks awfully wet with no polar air or Arctic air involved. But again, with this difficult pattern, it's Remains to be seen if that'll be the case, but I do think the weather for the rest of this month looks very active with temperatures below normal and precipitation above normal. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. My next video by Monday morning at 7. Brian Peters will have the videos tomorrow and Sunday. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.